6 cars that have too much horsepower. What I'm about to say will probably result in third-degree butt hurt. And that's okay, because unless you've driven a high-performance car with at least 500 horsepower, it's going to be tough to understand where I'm coming from. So to make things easier, let's break the argument down into 3 points. Point 1. Usable power. By this I mean the ability to actually get the power down to the ground without spinning the wheels in 3rd, 4th and 5th. Point 2. Range of application. Think about it this way. When you pass 600 horsepower, you reach a point where the range of application is so high, there's just no practical way to enjoy all that power, short of a German autobahn or a racetrack. Point 3. Enjoyment. So what's not to enjoy about ludicrous horsepower? Well, there comes a point when a car simply is too fast. And because we're only adrenaline junkie humans, we tend to push beyond our boundaries. So now that I've shared a little bit of insight, here's a short list of cars that I think are taking the horsepower war way too far. Dodge Charger and Challenger Hellcat. Surely you knew these 707 bhp muscle cars would top the list. 99% of the time, that power will be wasted in perpetual computer intervention and atomized rubber. Meanwhile, the 485 bhp SRT8 is just as capable of putting on a smoke show, it's more fun to throw around the back roads, and it's cheaper. Mustang Shelby GT500. The relaunched GT500 was great with 500 bhp and just about perfect with 550. With 662 bhp in 2013, the GT500 gained a half-second advantage in the quarter mile and the ability to break the tyres loose at triple-digit speeds. Thankfully, Ford took the new GT350 in a much better direction. Ferrari 488 GTB. Yes, this isn't exotic, but the 488 is Ferrari's latest volume car. Only a select few owners will ever disable the prolific computerized driving aids, which, big surprise, control and limit the application of power. Dial it back 100 bhp and let drivers have the same experience without all the computers doing the work. Corvette C7 Z06. The previous generation Z06 with 505 bhp and a curb weight of 1400 kilograms was an outstanding performance machine in all aspects, and even with all assists turned off, it wasn't overwhelming to drive quickly. The new C7 Z06 with 650 bhp is 227 kilograms heavier, only a few tenths quicker in acceleration, but now drivers have to wrestle the car simply to turn the same lap times. Mercedes S65 AMG. This is a big, heavy car, and the 621 bhp V12 almost works. Thing is, the S63 is just as fast with a 577 bhp V8. It's also cheaper, and you can disable the traction control without blowing up the rear tires every time you sneeze. But what upsets me most is that in 10 years time the car will be cheap enough for college students to afford. Dodge Viper SRT. The previous generation SRT Viper with 600 bhp was already unruly, but with some seat time was manageable for most mere mortals. The current Viper with 645 bhp is literally 1/10 faster to 60 and requires the reflexes of a professional race car driver to realize its full potential. Sure, it's fun, but you can have way more fun with earlier Vipers for half the price.